I'm just doing a quick little test here. Seeing Bounding into Comics is having an issue. I'm just seeing if it's letting me go live. It is coming up. So it's definitely Hangouts and not anything else. Now just make sure that it's playing over here. I'm bringing it up on my phone piece. It is taking a minute to. If it's letting me go live, it is coming up. Okay, so yeah, it's working. Definitely Hangouts. All right, that's all I needed to check. Hey, hey, Doctor. No, Bounding into Comics was having problems, and I was checking to see if it was a YouTube thing or if it was a Hangouts thing, and apparently it's a Hangouts thing. So that's why I was jumping on for a minute. Hey, Nerdette, how you doing? Hey, 2012 Jameson. I'm getting viewers, and I don't intend to get viewers. Yeah, I didn't. The only way I could figure to do it is just start up Streamlabs and see what was going on. I mean, if you want to chill and hang out, that's fine. I can talk about stuff. Well, see, I mean, it was something. You know what? Since we're here, I was gonna make a video about this. First, let me. You want to see some live boomerang here? So, just letting them know. Streamlabs OBS seems to be working. Maybe try going that route. Alrighty. In fact, speaking of Nerdette, there was something that I can't spell. Something you posted earlier today that I was going to do a video about myself was this. What the hell is this? Runaways number 21. This is superhero comics. These superhero comics just go to therapy and buy tampons, and the baby won't get out of bed. Wah wah. I don't get it. I don't understand any of this. It doesn't make any sense to me. Nick versus Optimus. I am definitely worse than Nick. Definitely. What, everybody leave? Well, it says I got one viewer. That can't be right. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, what is this crap? This doesn't make any sense. Let's see. Pull this up. I mean, I love this cover. This cover's trash. This dialogue is trash. So here I'm just I'm looking at the tampons because I don't buy comics. I don't write comics to write superheroes, or write superhero comics to write superheroes. I write it to slice of life and stuff like that. If you want a slice of life, make your own comic, make a web comic or something like that. It has no place in fucking Marvel comics. It makes no sense whatsoever. Why do I feel like there's something gnawing on me all the time? It's like I've done something wrong, but I can't remember what it is. So then I think about what I might have done wrong, and I can't stop making a list in my head. And then this one, it's art. God, did everybody go to Cal Arts? Look, you don't have to go to school if you don't want to, but you do have to talk to me. Why? Because I'm your legal guardian. Come back with a court order. Spicy fucking dialogue. I'm telling you guys, it's amazing. You're right. The relatable drama of buying tampons and going to therapy. It's like everyone read that one pad issue of X Factor, and they all went and mandated therapy and thought that's what superhero books should be all the time. You went wrong by producing shit. Exactly. What went wrong? Well, you see, I'm a part of this superhero group that doesn't do any superheroing. We just sit around and bitch all the time. That might be some of the problem. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Between that and I think they said Squirrel Girl is going to be ending with issue 50. I was like, why are you dragging it out that long? See, it's kind of like I talked about last night with the whole DC thing with them dropping Tom King. And the more I researched it after the show, you can see that DC they're starting to see the writing on the wall. Let's produce good quality stuff and just instead of just pushing crap out all the time. Whereas Marvel is like, we got to keep up with the crap as long as we can. I think Zach said yesterday. I think he was it yesterday or the day before, where he put out a video about the was Unstoppable Wasp, where a book that's been canceled twice in 1 year. Right? Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? Why, you cancel it, and then you bring it back because of quote popular demand. There was no popular demand. There was maybe some woke people in the writing room that's like, you need to bring back Unstoppable Wasp. We didn't get to finish her story, but that story doesn't need to be finished. It just needs to be fucking done with. Some things just don't need to be written. It's just the way it is, I can almost guarantee King isn't actually going to be gone. This is a swerve. They're subverting real life expectations instead of just story expectations now. No, I looked into it, and I honestly, it does look like Bob Harris did not, from what I'm reading, Bob Harris did not like the direction Batman was going. He did not care for it at all. And if I think it's the same Bob Harris that used to be at Marvel back in the 90s. So you say what you want about Harris, but he did kind of oversee a actual boom of comic books. So he eventually tell his story? Yes, but I think it's going to be not an Elseworlds title, but it's going to be kind of like a detective style book where it's like not set in the real continuity. This is a story that may or may not have happened. It's like I said last night, though. Yeah. Oh, that's the reason why Wade can't work at DC? I wish Bob Harris could work at Marvel and DC at the same time then. I wish Bob Harris could work at every major a major comic book publishing company as an editor. I honestly do, because that would be the ultimate blacklist. That's amazing, though. But yeah, I understand. Why they wanted to change the ball game a little bit, because I was reading. I got caught reading Bleeding Garbage this morning. Not Bleeding Fool. I like Bleeding Fool. Bleeding Garbage, which is garbage written by Rich Garbage Johnston. And they were talking about the sales, and like they were quoting somebody, and he says, even though they got it wrong. I'm like, dude, you can. Comicron puts out the sales data every month, because that's the thing. They said they dropped to 80-some thousand books, shipped, even though they say that, but even that number is wrong. I'm like, dude, you can go check the number. And you didn't cite a source. He didn't cite a source saying that they were wrong. Batman is underperforming. Batman should be up in 150,000 territory, easy, because it's freaking Batman. Oh man, that's so great. When is that? When is that comics became like soap operas? Well, the thing is, a lot of it, I'm going to be honest with you, to the best of my knowledge, a lot of it came from Tumblr. And a lot of these Tumblr people, if they did do comics, it was a lot of slice of life. real world stuff. And they might have had a mild following, right? Some woke people in Marvel say, "Oh man, these people got 100,000 followers on Tumblr." Well, you know how Tumblr works. You just click on a follow. If you like something one time, you might never check it again. So they hire all these people, these artists and these writers, who have no business being, working in a professional level because they're not professionals. They can't even act like they're professionals. And they tell these crap stories that nobody cares about. And they wonder why their sales are going down. That's just the way it is. It's funny because, I remember, I've always heard, and I agree that, X-Men is, it was an allegory for the civil rights movement and, whatever movement. But you know what some of the best X-Men story was? About cosmic deities trying to destroy the earth. Intergalactic civil wars. What else? I mean, a lot of the best stories really had not much to do with the struggle between Homo sapien and Homo superior, right? But they became like an MTV soap opera / reality TV show in 2000s. Yeah, that's when. Can we agree that that's when things started getting Bendis? Because I remember when Bendis took over for Avengers, and and I'd read some of his Spider-Man stuff, Ultimate Spider-Man stuff, and I was fine with it. And, I was like, because it's its own thing, and I noticed that a lot of times, even when relaunched Avengers, a lot of what you had was a lot of conversation and not a lot of doing anything. Right? An inordinate amount of word bubbles. Oh, by the way, if anybody's got this, I remember because I was trying to pull it up and show some folks on another Discord the other night. What is that panel? It was from a Superman book where like the guy's own like Ultraman's dialogue is overshadowed by caption boxes, and the whole claim is, oh, that's what they wanted to do and this, that, and the other and blah blah blah. I'm like, then why even imply that he's talking? It could have been very simply one caption box at the top to start it off saying, he's monologuing right now, I choose to ignore it. No, they actually try to insert that, where I'm overriding, I'm thinking over him and stuff like that. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Yeah, if any of you guys got that, send it to me on Twitter. I'm at Outdoors Deadpool, because holy crap, that was like ridiculous. Tumblr likes are inversely related for sales, and Stan Lee was just about good stories and good messages. Exactly. Like Tumblr likes us, and even Twitter likes and Facebook likes and all that stuff. Yeah, it looks like, it shows like a modicum of popularity for that thing. That does not mean thing translates to other thing, They stopped being like network TV soap operas and tried to be real world style soap operas in the 80s, mid-late 80s. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, like I said, things got overly wordy. Things got overly, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just bad. It's really bad. Oh shit, Justice League is going to become The View. Oh Lord, yeah, just a little roundtable discussion, fussing about Orange Man bad and all that stuff. Network TV soap operas never really dealt with the mundane, but the MTV style ones did. Yeah, and see, it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys remember what Cab would say. He said it in a few things, and a lot of these writers, if because Doctor, you bring up a good point, and it kind of ties into this point. A lot of these writers, right? They take TV and they think it's real life, and then they supplant that dialogue into comic books. Like, for example, I remember when they relaunched Iceman, and one of the things was they were showing Iceman getting ready. I got to go fight Mr. Sinister on my fabulous ice scooter, and I say fabulous because gay. and and before that, because he's arguing with somebody. I don't even know who the person was. I've never heard of this character before in my life. And then another person says, "Hey, don't y'all think you should eat something first?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, because obviously we got to see the superhero eat because real people eat, right?" Um, and I think they've actually shown like people pooping and all that stuff because that's what real people do. Um, like I said, it's kind of like that story I told last night, which I never got the chance to say because we got onto another subject. But when you have comic book artists and writers talking about they want to all live in houses like 5 to 8 of them in one house, so they can work, and they want DC or Marvel to pay for it, and they want to get paid, and then on top of that, they want to get paid to exist, and they'll have webcams on, so people can watch them work and stuff. That is, and I related it to Big Brother, and then everybody started talking about, game show this. I was like, no, I don't think you understand. I related to Big Brother is because they think that's like normal. It's normal for to walk around your house with cameras on and stuff like that because they see it on TV. They think TV is real life. The dialogue, from sitcoms and drama shows and stuff like that, you can see it clearly in comics. So they think that's like, oh, we should make making comics like Big Brother, Everyone, yeah, that's true. That's very true. It was also some Seinfeld style. What's the deal with airplane style over analytical deconstruction of mundane stuff? Yeah, I remember clearly that was another. It was from the Bendis run of Avengers, where I think it was the Avengers got captured. This is when they found Wolverine in the Savage Land, and the Avengers got captured, and something they were talking about, like for some reason, they're captured. They're strung up, right? They're going to get sacrificed to whatever god the savages are going to sacrifice them to. And they said something about stripping them. And Spider-Woman said something to the effect of, well, I hope you guys don't mind seeing each other in our underwear or something like that. And Spider-Man says, I don't wear underwear. And she's like, huh? He goes, if I'm in costume, it really chafes. And then she says, I want off the team. I'm like, is that really a conversation you want to be having when your life's in danger? It's like, it was so silly. It was so stupid. It made no sense whatsoever. Oh, God. So, yeah. Like I said, I'll keep this short. Like I said, I'll title this something and put it up on and let it sit up here. Like I said, it started off as a test for bounding, but yeah, let's turn into a video, whatever. So yeah, so I'll see you guys later. We will be live tonight later on. So if you want to check us out, then be sure to subscribe, and if you got any comments, leave a comment below. Give us a check mark. We really appreciate y'all guys viewing, and I hope y'all have a great day. See you later.